With over 3 million kina investment in development projects, West New Britain has seen a high level of growth during the past 5 years, during Governor Muthuvel's first term in Parliament. With over 100 million kina Development Trust Funds project and 40 million kina worth of Provincial Support Improvement Program projects. In this documentary, we go on a journey where we discover an insight into this development.
Ni kamu sila milik place na ro guys sila.
Bertanya man mag gusta sih.
Pero ultim ni
Yes, man mag gusta sih.
Yung digim tabi lusun kibe na mi kolo bos bilo na. Jalik pang mana. Digim lusun na mas nab sulo abe.
Itu straight.
No, bata ka mi kira mo dulu fix labo.
Bas, kargam. Boy, banyak lah orang bakar sila ko dokar. Yes.
Okay, ikaw.
With the motto of reaching the unreached and touching the untouched, Governor Muthuvel continues for his second term in Parliament as mandated by his people. But first up, we hear from the Governor himself.
West New Britain has seen a very progressive developments in the last 4 years. I'm so thankful and grateful for the support from national government and also various donor agencies, specifically Asian Development Bank, Australian government and World Bank for supporting various projects within West New Britain.
Due to the government's commitment of marketing the province during the first year of his first term in the Parliament, West New Britain can now remarkably acknowledge that we have made our mark not only at the national scale, but also internationally.
Ay true man. Sasi sira na milik ko sa big percent straight. Well, old man nepote narap lang true. Meeting sa mi like go sa begin lo Jackson terminal. International terminal airport.
Boy mana, so true em sila narlo 5 players can. West New Britain ambas big percentage. Ambas in West New Britain.
Doesn't told me not been what but just by looking at the all changes now it will come up. I'm so impressed. I'm impressed of me impressed when I'm walking now walk come up na just like baru start chance rada mikira mo do looking to sul isla Hoskins terminal na narla kan tru na kami sa dead long the same settings the same on material solution I'm the same one hello Jackson Airport you come some but you look at me kind of same one na milig I'm straight I'm good I'm straight.
Being the only successful agriculture model province that contributes 1.5 billion kina every year to the national economy from its oil palm industry, it has always been the government's vision to effectively market the province in terms of its valuable contribution on the floor of the Parliament. Despite the large landmass and high population scattered across rough geographical terrain, some of which do not have access to basic services, especially towards the southern tip of the province that accommodates for Candrian, Gloucester electorate. The government is working on stretching whatever limited resources it has to ensure basic services reach the majority of the population and touch as much life as possible. One of the main agendas that is on top of the government's priority list is the breaking up of electoral boundaries to ensure we can create 3 additional electorates to cater for more members of Parliament to represent the people, to ensure government services are funded and allocated according to landmass and population.
all truly know, the population is huge because of the oil palm development. We have attracted the huge population from every part of the country. Any member of parliament comes here, me got a line lo, me lo, tak place one time you. All can kiss him na, walk him sing blow you or one him something. Because all the people lo country am stop lo, West New Britannia, especially inside lo Thalassia district. So it is a mini Papua New Guinea. And our people have truly practiced this unity in diversity. And this is a way we can honor them by giving this representation for our people in Thalassia especially.
The government is giving full support to see this come to fruition, to allow more representatives of the people in parliament and ensure that services trickle down to the people.
Mr. Mosmin Americana, just because Jalili at the time I was a middle go run come down, how you look in a car or something go run and just let my name just
Blessing, sending
to place him just singing over there. So one because something come up now. Me and my
I bought.
Hey,
Dream alone, man.
you know run come and meeting him or work come up.
I'm straight.
Meeting you on me looking on I think on documentary on to TV Kamisal. You told them?
Maybe story little work blame been making in Chalo province, West of Britain, Senis West of Britain. So plenty Senis will not come up. Maybe story little this land. So now you can look at Muslim. Terminal now you go down the Balus, you look him straight now, terminal and change. But you can run IV to go solo Bella Bellicum, power line and start my junction and go get that. Maybe story little something now. Even think. Me have been Tokyo, you got two big bridge too. I been make it to walk blend, two big bridge. One below home na Kapura. Jacob been funding 70 million. Come to West Britain, it's a two big bridge.
So right now I'm also more a big name.
Yes. Now I'm contractor company and now I'm going to start working bridge now.
Amongst these services, education is the top priority.
Education is the only master key which can unlock, and we can unlock in potential blow plenty opportunities. Without education, whatever material wealth, be it money, asset or house or vehicle, all get this wealth one day and buy spoil or bagara. Suppose fire, emi cooking house play, emi house, emi fire. Money can be spent na money by finish. Flood come, emi can destroy assets. But this knowledge, na sabe or beginning blo yumilo, kisim lo this institution. Paya inonaplo cooking this knowledge. Wara inonaplo rousing this knowledge. Until he leaves, this knowledge by staff containment. That is why education must be treated as one of the most important priority for any government if we want to bring some changes. Because without building moral values, we cannot build a country.
With over 5 million kina investment on capacity building for over 68 new double classrooms, teachers' residences, school grants, school building materials, libraries, information technology computer labs, and other infrastructures from Trust Provincial Support Improvements Program or Special Support Grant funding, this government believes in empowering the human resource of this province, as can also be seen in major investment in other education institutions such as
opening of TAFE College, constructed for almost 1.5 million kina through our trust fund project under education, and with counter-funded by IEA, TAFE College with another 1 million kina. So there is 2.5 million kina development now available within the province. So now our students who are aspiring to have diploma and degree which are internationally recognized, so they can now attend those programs within Kimbe town itself. And I'm so proud that this project was completed on time and the college has already started. We just witnessed the opening. And there are more than 100 students have already enrolled.
Tertiary Education Support Assistance Scheme that invests about 3 million kina every year totaling to almost 12 million kina for the last 5 years.
I want to work with Sasiet and Gonzalo Simsite. I'm looking for I want to something where by all people Western Britain will benefit long. So instead like some people selfish line no more the more by okay drop him but it's a little bit I'm going to say I'm not selfish. I'm looking for something but benefiting people eating him. This is something I'm working allow him all help him papa mama where you set solid place number no oil palm number just like at this one but lilik to all kisim no Burger firewood number na kam salim mo liglig taro number ka makit or puti one time na government na kam sa side with tests na album mo. True ya. Sasi so say one plaka in man. This la previous government na. All been also project all been make him come all been after na been stop ya. Emba no na make him to solem good la man am good la man. Time sim sa seat blame sa gawana seat. And we continue this la work this la previous government and finish him slow got work blame. Kanu sem Kabugara, police barracks, and finish him. Now tests, helping plant your line lumin chalo West Britain. Mama papa na ola mas, we are picnic blow loli school. We tests helping mo, trasi helping mo side to school.
This project was an initiative by Muthuvel predecessor, Mr. Humphreys, during his term. Seeing the vitality of this program, Governor Muthuvel passed the PEC or Provincial Executive Council's decision to continue this program for the best interest of human resource development in the province.
The greatest investment for any parents, they can invest on their children because they are after all our future leaders. They are going to look after our grandchildren or our future generations. Because you are the true wealth of this nation. There is no other wealth for this nation to survive. That is the reason the provincial government, our main priority and focus is always on education. It is more important to build one school than building 100 churches. So the parents must understand the importance of this institution. No natural calamity or no man-made disaster must touch this school. Because this is more than your church. Because this is where our children get their knowledge.
We have also established UKTV to enable our students to have that same kind of facilities what is available in any other developed countries. We have installed about 174 EQTVs in over 174 primary schools. So those ones are already in operation and our students are able to access the educational programs broadcasted by various TV channels.
This la EQTV and stuff, it's la educational program. I'm going to say I'm boosting up the learning one and so learning capacity in this la kind. I'm some almost any looking I'm good along. I'm just keeping. I'm by making now some more picking the place. I'm all start all planning good to sunny. Now this thing I'm Jaica sponsor. So I'm kind of some. Overstable zone kan same or some standard or some narco provinces now narco.
And also after the school hours, the community is also be able to watch various community programs like watching news and watching games. So that is one of our successful program we have implemented within this last 2 years.
The purchase of New Tribe Mission's 1 million kina property for Hoskins Girls Vocational School is now being used as a guest house for tourism and hospitality students for their practical. The establishment of Characters Girls School in Kimbe, with a counterpart funding of 100,000 kina, the preparation phase for this project also needed political intervention on the floor of Parliament to pass the bill for the Catholic Kimbe Diocese to break away from the New Britain region and become a diocese of its own in order to meet the church criteria in acquiring land for such institution. Talasia High School, 3 million kina national government grant plus 150,000 kina school truck from provincial government.
So that Talasia High School is now a reality, and I want to thank Prime Minister as he committed when he came to open up that Kabugara Police Barracks, a 10 million kina development in Talasia. He made that commitment to support that Talasia High School, and now it became a reality. Now we have that Talasia High School.
I think the school track is really an ease for our students. Most of our students here through the LLG, the 10 words here, this school truck will alleviate their struggles, especially of traveling to school. I think almost those areas were connected by roads, and I do believe that this vehicle will really solve the problem.
Pilih sa school truck kama po siya, me feel proud. Pila mama sa siya, now me plasta school pastem la koron lo lilikare, sambla walk lo school meet. Okay, planti lo mi plaol mangi o lista long way through. So plasta travel kalo school ay hat lo transport na, plasta late.
Yaboki High School, 800,000 kina for establishment.
Tesla initiative long governor time me upgrade mo me start mo implementing ibogi school ya me hamas through because time ibogi school me wanta me making me play hamas me play no mo salemol pikini golong rabaul lo kembu me play no mo salemol pikini gorang lo Gloucester High School me play all pikini lo Tesla East West Kobe na think partly Kaliai me play salemol pikini gorang lo ibogi. So me really as a TIC, me really have much trouble. Desla high school blame me. I bogi we go around here and I me solving problem.
School buses to ease transport burden of parents' shoulders at the cost of over 2.3 million kina.
As a student, how much because I'm free ride to me down so much because I'm helping me down side the bus fee. Like and got access to come to school to get a time and like sim. Maybe looking also in this line, I see the roadway. Government I'm providing the service come free or buses run I'm helping me through road.
Educational projects with a total of 24.35 million kina from Trust Provincial Support Improvement Funds and Special Support Grant. Without good health, we are automatically deprived of having a healthy, peaceful, and happy life. Health remains one of the most challenging sectors that needs government attention, especially in the remote areas where most of our health centers need upgrading to ensure we are on par to deliver basic health services when needed. One of the reforms in the health system is the introduction of the Provincial Health Authority. This is to decentralize some of the functions and powers that used to be vested in the National Department of Health to the provincial level. With the Provincial Health Authority Board in place, we have the power to hire and fire, as well as the power over financial and human resource structure. Major health projects that this government focuses on are maintenances of health center facilities throughout West New Britain, both urban and rural, under Provincial Support Improvement Funds and Special Support Grant, 3.1 million kina. Counterpart funding of the upgrade of the Biala Health Center to a district hospital, 1.1 million kina. This hospital is expected to serve approximately 45,000 people, including central Nakanai local level government and even as far as east-west border. Establishment of our very own West New Britain School of Nursing, seeing 5.8 million kina investment. This is one of the impact projects which include the purchase of Kimbebe Hotel, with a very good bargain of 4.86 million kina. This will also be used for other health programs. Youth with a mission and its operational cost of 500,000 kina to serve especially the remote population of the southern tip of the island that do not have access to medical services, such as specialized doctors and state-of-the-art medical equipment.
Youth with a mission. All them just like travel vessel, just like CP, I'm so current or medical supplies in countries or rural areas or developing countries. Nah, just recently I was on before me call up. Reading a presentation just like why women mostly. Nah, gawan abli mi bin go stop lo just like time. Nah, been presenting on the check worth of 500,000 kina. This like I'm coming lo trust fund lo what's the been council government. Just lo alpimo lo or this lo medical supplies se boli kisim kam gonas. Set him up lo rural areas in lo province. So just you me one lo provinces inside lo country. You me privilege to lo kisim opportunity. So now I'm kind of come I'm by run lo or coastal lines me. I'm was the south coast, Kobe Kila Gosan, and then Kamunta was an open bay side. Or coastal Bali V2 or Jalaga. You me benefit big petrol this la. So I'm time will come. I'm come go but all legal remote areas the place me. What about kissing more good medical services. Kind of more eye care, all dental. Now not gonna roll. But you see, suppose you look at all them, Moljalan and most well established. Yeah, kind of some Tamil or come or something will need him know and start the receipt. I'm start the receipt. I'm start the receipt now. Muslim kind of some but trapla. I'll seek a over on Solora.
Right, nice.
So instead of kind of some Sarah, give me losing money again, no kissing balloons, a kind of galo. Town and then coming Kalo town too. Some of them some town supplies them so short too and like so but you need to go with all of the centers but just like I want to meet or bring in that or something. You need to go on so you me privilege to look at this.
18 million kina Asian Development Bank funded 4 times health center in Akonga, Wako in Kandrian, Watukele in Bali, and Baya in Biala. 450,000 kina worth of sea transport for rural health center, especially in areas with no road links. Doctors incentive grants of 200,000 kina and mobile clinic at 600,000 kina. This leaves the total for health center at almost 30 million kina worth of project under Provincial Support Improvement Funds and Special Support Grant. Provincial Health Authority also accommodates for the merging of the public and rural health sectors, which can be applicable and effective if managed wisely. Been a unique multicultural province that actively practices unity and diversity due to the influx of different antique backgrounds with the introduction of the oil palm industry. West New Britain is depicted as a mini Papua New Guinea, and we remain a model province with a vibrant mix even to this day. Like everything else, this scenario comes with its pros and cons. Now, one of the downsides of this situation is the high level of law and order issues in the province today. Hence, it is our desire to take measures to address law and order through capacity building, and most importantly, to empower the people by maintaining their positivity in their approach to prevention measures. With this at heart, the government has spent a total of 5 million kina, Biala National Courthouse, 600,000 kina, Rural Courthouse Maintenance and Upgrade Program, worth 1.7 million kina, Kimby Courthouse Chambers Extension, to accommodate a second residence judge for the province counterpart, funding of 200,000 kina, the upgrade of Baluma Police Station, worth 100,000 kina, and support to CIS Lakimata maintenance and generator set 200,000 kina, capacity building police vehicle at the value of 130,000 kina. A total of 300,670,000 kina was spent on infrastructure alone during the first term. This includes the 12 Asian Development Bank funded bridges at the value of 83.3 million kina. Ulm and Kapiura bridges funded by Japan International Cooperation Agency at the value of 74 million kina.
And the significance of this project is also some of those bridge parts removed will be used to replace some of the rural bridges, because the main purpose of that bridge program is to replace some of the damaged rural sections of bridges using the removed Bailey bridges. And there is also another project funded through ADB running power lines all the way from Lobo Hydro, which is from Biala all the way to Kimbe town, involving more than 150 kilometers. It's about $25 million project, which is again almost 84 million kina. Airport extension cost government through Asian Development Bank with counter funding from national government about 60 to 70 million kina, which involves extension of our runway, additional 430 meters and a new terminal built. So this extension also helps now our airport to receive bigger planes like Fokker 100. So this is one of the milestone development which has happened within this term, when the Honorable Minister for Civil Aviation, Honorable Stephen Davis, came and did the groundbreaking, and the Prime Minister came and opened the new project, or the completed project.
It gives me great pleasure today to officially open the Austin's Airport Terminal and the Austin's Airport Runway. Thank you, and God bless you.
Starting place, working good, lasting down. Long you na from me. Na ogera man na Mary. Beginning na papa na mama. Suppose you care long more. You the only man na walk for one time. Get up. You be get up one time. Now you be walk for one time.
And we have also witnessed the opening of additional jetty, which can now service all the commercial vessels. The existing main wharf can support the oil tankers. So previously, we see a lot of delays of bringing the commercial vessels coming in and unloading cargoes. But for now, because of this additional bridge, which again funded through PNG Ports, it's costing almost 40 million kina, built by Cotton Brothers. And that additional bridge will now help those smaller vessels, especially like Consort and other commercial vessels, to unload their cargo. So now simultaneously, we can load the oil tanker, and we can also get cargoes out of any other commercial vessels. And that is almost 40 million kina development.
Footbridges to link those that are unfortunate with a value of over 350,000 kina.
This last is so precious. And put in now or beginning now, you don't swim waramo. Na mi papa mama mo. You know mo swim. Maski heavy tie them kam. Mi bla ko bat no breast. Na this like making one challenge lo mi bla. Lo ay lo mi bla focus set asasi. Because all time all sabi Karen Bilum na all sabi swim. Also swim wara lo po. Na this like mo se plan the something lo book sa ko wara lunch lo sa ko wara. Also this like me given lo mi wara mo here.
Hoskins Koimumu Road, 1 million kina. Sulukayamu Road, 1 million kina. Ubayamio Road, 1 million kina. PNG Games Infrastructure, 10 million kina.
We start from scratch, just from the playing ground, we are building up our facilities. And we have a huge challenge ahead of us. So we need really committed people who is willing to work 15 to 16 hours a day to make sure this becomes a reality.
Very frank and honest, Kimbe, through West Division Provincial Administration, has set a benchmark. From the last 6 games we have conducted, it's refurbishment, renovation through existing facilities. While for Western Britain alone, it was a ground zero. They brought it down to the ground with nothing, and they build up. And they have used sports as a tool to bring development. And I'm thankful to the people of Western Britain, the governor, the administration for giving and setting that benchmark. It's an eye-opener to most of the provinces that sports can be used as a tool to bring development.
For other provinces who are now already seeing the examples that we set here, and they are vying to be the next host because they want to build similar facilities in the provinces also. So this is something that Western Britain people, you got to be proud of.
Forthcoming PNG Games, which is estimated almost 40 million kina worth of developments. Out of 40 million kina, over 15 million kina is purely spent on educational facilities by building additional classrooms, by building additional dormitories, especially along this corridor where that PNG Games is going to happen, starting from Hoskins LLG to Mosa LLG to Kimbe and to Thalassa LLG. These 4 LLGs will be seeing significant development in its educational facility, and also in Kimbe town will be witnessing sports facilities, which is again costing us over 20 million kina of various facilities to run games, not only to run these PNG Games, but after the PNG Games we will be also qualified to conduct even some international games and matches, because the track which currently we are doing is to the international standard. So it can be a best practicing place for various players or people within New Guinea Islands to come and practice here.
Baluma Bridge counterpart funding 1.5 million kina. Rural community sea transport 200,000 plus.
There are few upcoming projects which, like the Indian President after his visit, also committed $20 million to support the 4-lane road for the first 21 kilometers up to Mai to Kimbe. But of course, the amount of funding committed, $20 million, which is equivalent to 60 to 65 million kina, may not be enough. But I'm thankful that the Prime Minister have assured that the program can start or begin, and the national government will find ways and means to continue that program and complete the 21-kilometer section of that 4-lane road.
We look forward and continue to strive to complete all incomplete projects in order to successfully turn this province around.
Why now go to Narco provinces all over South Kimbe stapa? And because now you looking asemi toki loma migo mikla story na migo totolo just big work now go come up ball walking again on new cloud bridges now it's all power lines all pulling lo Kimbe go to biala. I mean you looking now kind of some big all companies now all come to this die Nippon and just like more Japan and more now all Indians come go pulling on power line. This is something I'm gonna come up unless Emmy got kind of some provincial government blame me. Yeah, look what's Britain. It's like provincial government blame me and got good relationship with them all. Or big donor agencies there. And that's where now you're looking to look somewhere not just trust, not just like link and stuff now. And now I'm all just like big man. All you have a master come and help him you me. The walking more just on just like walking. Big walk now will come off something.
Part of self-empowerment and wealth creation is the Barefoot program, where we have 6 mothers from 3 of the remotest parts of West New Britain who attended the 6 months course in India.
Time mi play comeback lo Port Moresby mi pili mo se man pakay na mamas kasi mi all se mi comeback ken lo home ground lo mi Papua New Guinea.
Mi plabin ko lo kisim sambla new plow lining lo disla technology we mi plabin ko kisim lo India. Mi plan no bin wokim long and now mi plan go lo wokim again.
Inside lo ground mi plan by deep mi plan ba putim charcoal mix one time soil na mi plan sanapim desla na mi plan ground him em lo preventim desla all solar cables or lights lo lightning thunder or time no good. Mi plan by kisim strong lo desla run underneath lo ground lo mi plan by digi mo sem drain.
I'm only call him helping why.
I want to barefoot college and this lab so now. This lab mama back training le training dia. Oh, Chibi nare musambla. Even got some 6 more been go down to Fiji. I've been go making 2 weeks course flow tambo Fiji.
2 weeks course.
Yes.
Even I'm sure this been go down India.
Yes. I'm on this law. Mama told me. So I boleh come now. Boleh kan running training dulu ya now.
So all go around was all go come up master trainer.
Master, yes.
All go
master
school or
trainer.
how lo come to.
Yes, you're right. Yeah, no. So Tamlo, I'm abdolo school. Antap, I'm abdolo sleep.
So basically barefoot, he says it all.
Yes.
Barefoot, leg nothing at top pushing. So that means kind of mama all only illiterate,
yes.
mama all know what sabelo read and write now.
So boleh come to this la college.
These 6 mothers will be the master trainers of our very own Barefoot College for West New Britain, upon which 1.5 million kina was invested for the erecting of the infrastructures for the training center. Other projects include Nantabu Hydro Project worth 200,000 kina, rural electrification 1.1 million.
Governor Igoy company so sem yumi bin kamol sem long night na yupla bin luki mol sola. Iwok lo light arre long peles nambis na ul hapia. Emol hanmak long Governor Honorable Sasin Ramutuvel. Emi bin supporting all people long all despla all sola. Na all people lo place oli hama mastru lo despla hanmak tu.
West Cove Water Supply 50,000, Calican Water Supply 50,000, and rural water supply programs worth 1.5 million kina. Another very viable project under this sector is the Personal Viability Program that deals with attitudes and tries to maintain positivity and a shift of the mentality. The government over the past 5 years has supported them with so far 200,000 kina to run the program in the province.
PV is a very profound program that unlocks the minds of individuals to realize their potential through a very deliberate but strict adherence to principles and value systems under the new mindset. I congratulate the graduates today and the West New Britain Provincial Government in partnering with our powerful mentor Vince Murray.
Soccer Academy 1,400,000 kina worth of grants to various sporting codes in Kimbe, and 400,000 kina church grants to different denominations in the southern tip of West New Britain province.
Under economic activities also, through both PSIP and also through trust-funded projects, we have distributed over 40 fermentaries throughout the provinces. We have distributed over 10 Lucas Mills to various communities so they can build up their educational facilities, church buildings in their respective communities. We have also given out 3 mini coconut mills which the communities can make use of it to process, downstream process the dry copra. They can convert the copra into oil so that they can improve the shelf life of that product. And we have also given various assistance for our rice project, especially both in Thalassia district and also in Kendrian district with a partnership with Trukai. In fact, there is first shipment of rice after we harvested has already been sent out to Leh.
Jadi pepa. No ada kau no.
Okay. Alright.